That's you.
You're tall.
Anyway, that's down.
I'm sorry, hi.
Sorry,
I'm good, how are you?
Well, they wanted 2 months.
No.
So what's the plan?
You're hearing that on there. I usually sit on the
In that, I know, I was kind of nice to you today, you know?
I know, I'm just-
You're gonna do that mean to me, I'm gonna have to.
I haven't asked.
I'll retract my statement.
Are you making?
Yeah. I told her that one guy to the city officer. The 16 days like in person. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, because normally it's sitting at the separate table with the.
Yeah, I guess I just want to make it more.
And I was easy on you. I was really easy on you on the signing.
That's my problem.
Are you having? Get rolling.
The station goes north. Yes. Yeah, you're listening, you're, I think your head is swallowed.
Oh, so it is. Yeah.
Hi Jennifer, I didn't see you come in.
I snuck in behind.
You just kind of.
And they live in water.
Yeah, but why are you the terrible walls?
But-
What's wrong with the walls?
Yeah.
It's like.
Okay, let's call this meeting to order. First thing, I'd like to welcome all the guests that are here. I'm glad you're here. First thing of business is pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Got an agenda change. Item G, we're going to delete. Item F is should be October the 23rd. And item F instead of the 16th. So.
Motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
Jennifer?
Yes.
Josh?
Yes.
Jake?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Brett?
Yes. Chief?
Officer Moyer's in his 3rd week at the Law Enforcement Academy. He's doing well. We're currently working with Raycom for quotes on new body cameras for fiscal year 2027's budget. I spoke with Kyle Steffen the other day, principal of the elementary school, about starting up Cops, Kids and Kindness again. So hopefully we'll get that rolling here shortly. And then had lunch with Pastor Don this week. Bloomfield Christian Church, we're currently in the process of setting up the police chaplain program. So hopefully within the next month or so. I got it.
Okay. All right. Fire chief?
Since we met last, we responded to 2 car wrecks. One, with ejection. We had 4 false alarms. We responded to 1 suspicious call that turned out to be a possible suicide, where the guy dumped gasoline all through the house. We covered the races out at the fairgrounds. Also one house fire. And then there's also one control burn. The firefighter one class, the book part of the class is done. So now they're just doing, reviewing the hands-on part. We tested 1,700 foot of hose so far. 100 foot failed. Let's see. I talked to, RT Auto. They ordered a new, the double disc clutch for us for 17. They're gonna eat the labor part of it. So it's only gonna cost us $700 to get that truck, fixed. And, engine 19, which is the city's truck, we got it fixed. It was a simple fix. It turned out to be just a pin in the wire loom. So that was a good deal. Other than that, that's about all I've got.
Good deal on that dual disc clutch, because one for my Strel costs that. Big difference between your fire truck and my Strel.
Yeah.
Might not be horsepower wise, but anyway.
All right.
So, mutual center, anyone here?
Give just an
Got
update
that?
on the elevator. Looks like, because of another contract, they could get out yet. So the manager, supervisor, whomever will be here probably Monday, to do an inspection, and then they expect, one of their technicians to be out shortly after that. They've signed an agreement for them to have their technician here for 6 hours at $300 an hour. Which we think about what we had on the previous contract. They said a half hour, charged us for an hour at $4,500. We're way ahead of the game on this one already. That's $1,800 for 6 hours versus $4,500 for a half hour.
Yeah.
So big difference. So it's still kind of unknown, but at least we got some movement, and it looks positive so far. Of course, their response and their ability and concern and pricing.
Great. Main Street,
Yes, we had a great Main Street America visit last week. Thank you to all of those that came, to present whatever you did on the city and historic preservation. Fall Festival is this weekend. We have a full list of events and kids games and car show that's going on up on the square. Christmas planning is in full swing, December 4th through the 6th. And then we are starting our, annual meeting, which is, the date is October 10th, 5 o'clock at the Legion, and Slicks is catering that. So you guys should get an invitation for that for anybody that wants to go. Thank you, guys.
DCDC, are you online?
Forget nothing.
Okay. Consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Jennifer? Yes. Jake?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Earl?
Yes.
Josh?
Yes.
New business. Open and award bids for parcel 01000053, if I got the right number of zeros in there. So. We only had this one. The bid, single bid we have is for $8,950. So
Has that been appraised as far? I'm probably going to break in, but has that been appraised as far as value?
I have no clue if it has been or not.
I'm guessing no. So.
Pretty much set idle for the last several years, to my knowledge.
Is there a way to get that?
Yeah, I mean, they just call for an appraisal, but I'm not sure how far out those kind of things take, if they're 30 days out to get to you or not. On the appraisal.
I don't think we're in a huge hurry to accept this bid or not. I would like to know personally, just what's the worth of the property and
What's the square footage of it?
I honestly, I can understand. I don't know. Let's say, or does that have the abstract to it there, or tell you the dimensions of it? They're usually 150 by 150 in a place like that. And that one might actually just be 75 deep. Most places are 150.
Yeah, I guess that's narrower.
Yep.
That's a fair bid for a lot.
That's in my opinion, Jake, that's a fair price for that. If it were me personally, I'd.
It doesn't have any amenities on it. They're present, but they're not on the properties.
It is a fair bid for a lot, so.
He is offering to sell us the lot next to it for the same price. If there's something that we want to do with it, but, yeah. We've been. No one, sure. He to sell us the lot next to it, what, to the east?
Basically, a trade for a lot.
Be to the west. No, actually, we're on the east.
We're on the north,
We're on the northwest.
West
So,
corner.
yeah, you're right. It'd be
so it'd be the east, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
But he owns them all, so it could be the one back.
Even if we own both, of them, what are we gonna do with them?
Oh,
Resell.
no.
Resell.
no,
Gotta spend money on them.
I propose a motion to accept the bid.
I'll second.
John,
yes,
Josh,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Earl.
yes. Approved $20,000 from Mueller Community Center from the Community Development Funds.
Is Tommy Joe on the phone?
No, she is not, but that's their budgeted amount, so,
Okay,
yes.
Yeah.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Is that fine? Okay. Jennifer,
Yes.
Josh,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Earl,
Yes.
John,
Yes. Discuss and decide on paying Great Plains contractors $16,500 to bore a 12-inch water line at the airport to reinstate our backup water line to the industrial park.
So that's our loop system at the industrial park out there that back when we built M3, they disconnected that line for, I don't know why, but it had to be disconnected. So anyway, now if one shuts down, we have to shut the whole place down. This would let us have a loop system and another way to feed. If somebody needed to shut down, we could still feed the other businesses. So this is just a portion of it. It was going to be just under 90 grand because we got to go 850 feet with a 12-inch line. Didn't have it budgeted, so this is the portion we talked to the contractor. 2,500 of that is just to show up mobilization fee, and the other 14 is to bore that under the hammerhead while they've got the airport shut down.
Who's they that disconnected it?
Pardon?
Who's they that disconnected it?
I wasn't working in Jock when they built M3 back, was it 2020, not 2019 when M3 come up out there, or Mark McFarland was in charge of the water system back then, Josh, and I don't know the answer to that.
And that also is in the budget. All of these items are in the budget. I have. That's all.
It's just something.
I'll make a motion to approve that
Beneficial
item.
for the airport, just, I'm guessing.
Pardon?
Look at construction out there that's going on.
Yeah,
Is it
they
beneficial
got
on
it
this
shut down.
versus later?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Good time to do it now. It was shut down for 2 months doing that crack and seal project. So
And
that's going under the hammerhead and under the runway, so it's fine where it's gonna go.
Josh made the motion, I'll second.
Okay. Okay, Earl,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Josh,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Don,
Yes.
Discuss and decide on paying Grooms Construction $4,800 to $45,000, not 4,500, 45,000 to paint the engine room. Now then, Rusty, go ahead.
Yeah. So back last year, we inquired for bids. We got 2 bids from Grooms, and another one was from another gentleman west of town. I don't recall his name, and his was even higher. His was like 56,000. The deal is with the engine room, it's an old building, obviously, been there since 1895. The construction of the walls are a lot of mortar, so it's got to be scraped first and repair that mortar or that out of white powder substance if it's something other than mortar. So that's I think that's the majority of it. We also, it's very delicate. We got to keep the engines all covered. We can't let any of that dust get in our generators. So it requires a lot of that. So, I mean, shell shock for me when we first got that first bid, and I said, there's no way we're spending that kind of money. But then we got 2 bids, and then 6 months went by, and here we sat. And this time the second company didn't put a bid in. They said, no, you guys didn't go with us the first time. I'm not going to waste my time. And these guys actually came in 4,000 less than they did the last time. So
this isn't just simply getting a boards and paint.
yeah, the walls are 20 foot high. And like I said, you got to go around all of our engines, all of our stacks. So there's a lot of things to go around and maneuver around. And there's a little bit of it we can do, but knowing they've got to do the rest of it, and we don't have guys that can do the mortar work to repair the mortar and all that stuff.
And there's quite a bit of the mortar stuff or plaster or whatever it is that's going to have to come completely out, clear down to the brick.
Yeah.
And the brick treated for the new stuff to stick to it
Yeah.
because it's so old and delicate.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea the last time we did any work like this to that room?
Probably over 25 years. They painted it in the past years, Dawn. I know before I got there, we painted it a little bit, not very much, but they got new paint and just painted over it. And I can see some spots where they tried using some sheetrock mud and it didn't hold. Basically, it's just like Earl said, you're tuck pointing it from the inside. It's a deal.
Kyle, here's a decent question. In budget.
This is a budgeted
Yeah,
item.
If it's budgeted, motion to approve.
Second.
Earl,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Josh,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Jake.
Yes.
Approve Class B retail alcohol license for Family Dollar Store.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Jake,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Josh,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Earl,
No. Approve moving next meeting to Thursday, October the 23rd.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Don,
Yes.
Earl,
Yes.
Josh,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Jake.
Yes.
Discuss and decide on accepting grant offer for streetlights.
Okay, so we submitted the grant for $36,030. We were offered $31,505, so that's a difference of $42.50,
What's the difference?
$4,250. So Chris Bauer is at Area 15 who's writing the grant, and they're going to administer it. Their charge was going to be $10,000. He's willing to take that down to $8,500. So that leaves the remaining $2,750 that we would have to cover that the grant would not cover for the lights. So sometimes they don't, this was the second round of this grant. So they had, they were getting rid of the rest of the money. So they divvied it out to the different applications. So not everybody got a full award. That's why we didn't get a full award. So we're $2,750 short as far as the grant's concerned. So I just,
4,750.
no, it was 4,250, and then Area 15 said they would take
Oh, okay.
what was that, what did I tell you, 2,500 or whatever off of their, $10,000. So it brings it down to, $2,750.
So is that our maximum exposure then? 2750?
Yeah, I mean, as far as what we know, Don, like any grant and any construction project goes, you know, that's what we know.
And if I remember our previous conversation, this was not budgeted money, and we were looking at having to do away with another project to pay for it. I think it was suggested that we not test our generators in order. It was suggested that there were getting some tests done or some certification.
Oh, that was gonna be on the load study.
Right, and it was suggested that we forego that to pay for the lights. Is that still the situation?
I don't know on that, Jake. I don't know if that's what she was thinking.
Yeah, if that's the case. Hard no.
How many lights are we talking about, Tammy? Do you know?
4. So basically, yeah, I mean, the lights themselves are about $4,000 a piece. By the time you do the bases and the lights and all of that. So, it, you know, grant covers most of it, but the 2,700. It's up to you guys what you want to do on that.
Well, I'd like to do it, so I'll make a motion. We approve item 6H.
We're paying for it.
We'll find 2,500 or 2,750.
I'll second.
That's not that much. I'm sure we put that somewhere. We'll find it.
Don,
Yes.
Jennifer? Yes. Jake?
No.
Josh?
Yes.
Yes.
Virgo? There you are. Sorry. I'm always
You
picking
didn't
on
go
you.
anywhere.
Sorry
It's
about
okay.
that.
You still here?
All right. Discuss and decide on new firefighter.
There's an application there for you guys. So the only thing with the firefighter was they work an hour, was it an hour and 10 minutes? Is that an issue? No, just being that she won't respond. She can't respond to those. Okay. Unless it's a day off. I think when she's at home, it's like 40 minutes of that. Yeah, so there's
She's
several.
open weeknights and weekdays.
Yeah.
She's
There's
also
several.
CPR
I've
certified.
seen that. There's several firefighters that far away. Oh, yeah. Yes.
I make a motion. We approve her as a new firefighter.
No, second.
Okay. Jake?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Earl?
Yes.
Josh?
Yes.
Jennifer? Yes.
Approved road closure on East North Street on the last Saturday of September and every Saturday in October for football and soccer games from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Anybody have any questions? I want the road closed. I coach there a lot and people drive up and down that road too fast. There's always people sitting on the sidewalk. There's kids running back and forth between there and the school to go play on the playground.
They park in the church parking lot and run across the street.
And so where I want to block it off is there's a parking lot. It would be just south of the middle school, right there. So people can still pull in there. We'll put road closed right there and then down to where basically I think it's Crestview.
Yep.
Down there. So that section. And then, my office is if Rusty would give us the signs, we'll move them up and take them down.
Absolutely.
So, and it honestly, 2:00 might be a stretch too.
I think it's would improve the safety immensely.
I would like that personally. I've been coaching Little League, or I mean, playing football and soccer there for 3 years now, and I've complained, and now I'm in a position to do something about it. So I kind of like it done.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Where you want us to drop them off?
Okay.
Jennifer? Yes. Jake?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Earl?
Yes.
Josh?
Yes.
Thank you.
Are there any public comments?
Earl, I've got a quick one.
Okay.
If I can hand out something. Just a bit of information, and I think it'd be valuable to the council and anybody else that's out there too.
was fun. We have undertaken as the newspaper, big project in the last few months. And 90% of our issues are now digitized, and in a couple or 3 more weeks, they will all be digitized. Awesome. So there's the link. Bloomfield Democrat was begun in 1869. There are even a few issues of predecessor newspapers that have been digitized. So these files are going back to about 1850. At the present time, as of today, they were all digitized through 2004. 2005 through June of this year will be done in a couple or 3 more weeks. So go in, figure out how to search. It's pretty easy to do. If you go to your second page.
It's similar to like Alex Courier does.
Oh, probably. This is what it looked like, except this is reduced, so this is not real readable. On your computer screen, it'll be very readable. And you can see here, I did a search for Hazel Nardini Kroll, former mayor of Bloomfield. And you see how that's all highlighted in blue. So, it's a good way to search back quickly and easily for Davis County District.
Well, I thought Earl could do the Bloomfield wrap that's here. That's what's getting my attention. We have a box at the top.
Yeah, that was back in the time when, we were still coming out of the, 1983, drought and bank closure, and Davis County people had a really low self-esteem as a whole. And so Bloomfield Main Street did an image campaign. And remember the banners that said Bloomfield, ... I was best?
Yep.
That was Gary's slogan, and that was designed as an incentive. You know, now Bloomfield, we have to figure out a way to be Iowa's best. Our baseball teams, about 14 years later, figured out a way at the state tournament. But at any rate, one of the things the committee did at that time was have people submit essays and so on. So this is, it's amazingly good for a 6th grader. And some of you might even be able to read it from this copy. But if you can't, go in and take a look. This was one of the winners. Doug Dixon had an entry, which was quite good. I think some other people. So at any rate, just, I think it'll be a very valuable resource, council, if you want to go in and find out what the council did, a number of years ago. It's there. It's community use.
Okay, thank you, Gary.
That is super cool.
For research, and that's situation. It's a neat program. Worked really well.
Any other community here for something?
I was just checking on that. We started the project at the airport this week. They started tearing out the drainage around the hangars and out the taxiways. They're also the
Okay.
car stripping out of the seal, crack and seal on the runway. They anticipate 2 months maximum. Quiet in town for a while. I was just checking to make sure we're on the same page with the water line.
That's because I called Tony and I'm like, so what is this pipe? And he didn't know anything about what I was talking about.
And you actually must have been in contact about that. You could let them know that the airport was closed. Now would be a great time to get that done so that we don't have too much stuff going on. PK's doing the job out there. They have a pretty large crew for what's going on, so all the way back.
Okay. Thank you. City administrator, she's not online. Rusty?
Just a few things real quick. Obviously the pool's closed down for the season. Romney Will's got that all shut down and closed up. Everything's good to go for next year. Square, big deal in the square with the reiterate that the line starting at the 29th, week of the 29th. And they could be here earlier, but that's right now tentatively, that's when they're hoping to be on the square. And for how much we can go, if everything goes well, they think they can have the whole square milled in 2 days. So maybe half to 2/3 of a day per side. So as soon as they get done milling, they'll be unclose that road and they'll only be out of traffic for half a day maybe is the goal. And it'll take about 5 days to relay the asphalt. So hopefully growing pains are short and sweet there. The hot patcher, we'll be doing that next week. Street guys got that fixed up and they'll be working on patching. If anybody noticed the grain bins got moved, we had to deal with that going through town. They moved them to south on Savannah Road now. Walnut Street from Casey's from the highway to the Democrat will get tore up starting on October 15th. That'll be all new cement from the highway to through the intersection there of Madison. So, well, it'll be a couple weeks past. Hopefully the square's done when that one takes place, but they're in town now. They're doing the airport, same company, TK's doing that. They're doing Walnut Street. They're also here starting Monday to work on the sidewalks for the square project. So they'll have South Madison in front of Main Street will be closed. It won't be closed. They're going to have to take up the parking on the east side while they're working on it. We're going to change that curb over to the sidewalk and make that street wider. And then down Jefferson by City Hall will have work done on it. So that intersection at the power plant of Columbia and Franklin will be closed for probably a week and a half, that intersection there. So just food for thought. If anybody asks, that's what's going on. That's the square project.
Rusty, I have a question. On
Yes,
the
sir.
subject. At least 2 people have asked me
Okay.
if we can make the parking spaces wider.
Yes, sir. We will. We haven't decided what yet, but we're going to make them wider, but we just have to be careful because every half foot you go wider, you can possibly lose two parking spots by the length of the square by making them too much wider. So we're already down spots. So we've got to come up with that perfect number. But yeah, I think they made them 8 last time and that was a bit narrow. I think they said, Prince Reniker said your average is 9. It's either 8.5 or 9 is what they shoot for. 10 is way too wide, you lose way too many parking spots.
Right.
The downside is we got a lot of big trucks out there now, and SUVs.
And they're long.
Yeah, they are.
And if
Yeah.
they got a
Nothing we can
top
do
lift
for
on the
that.
back.
They're even longer.
Thanks.
What's going on with the lights? At the 4 weeks flashing
What's that now?
on Franklin.
Southeast corner of the square.
Franklin and Highway.
By
The
Laundry.
lights have been at a 4-way.
Oh, good question. Computer board went out of our mainframe right there. There's a box at each intersection at that.
Because of raining.
And so that's what it goes to when that messes up. So, because it was flashing green every direction for about
Oh, that's
5
fine.
minutes. So that would have been interesting. So yeah, we're waiting on parts.
Is that the same problem we had before caused by water?
Pardon?
The work, is that the same problem we had?
No, sir. That was just, the water issue it's not a factor at all.
Different deal.
Different deal. Yeah, that box that sits in the courthouse yard, there's a brain box in there that we
When will
don't
that
have
come
the
in?
technology to work on and fix. And so it's one of those, you call the guy and wait on him.
So when do you think that'll get
They
resolved?
thought 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Monday. 2 weeks from Monday. So we're a week and a half.
Week and a half out.
You sent out your report.
I did.
Any additions?
The only thing I think I forgot to put on there is next Thursday, I'm headed to Hannibal for the Tri-State Summit. So that'll be, the only update I'll have for that after we're done that. So unless there were questions on my update.
Okay, all right. Thank
If we get a chance to really research it, definitely email you.
Yeah, I read it. I didn't really study it heavily, but I didn't see any surprises in it. Did you? I mean, was it about what you expected?
Nothing earth shattering, just kind of a follow-up with everything, that we've been working on. The CBN conference in Minnesota was exceptional as usual. No, they started work on the dental office. She deploys next month. She'll be back in February. We're anticipating a March 1st-ish type of open for the dental office. So, Pathfinder's got the grant from, so went through IDAG, has this grant called the Ripple Effect. And so IDAG has telecoms and they have electric co-op. So both Southern Iowa Electric and Systems Mutual are part of IDAG. Well, then IDAG is partnered with a company called Arion. So there's a grant out there. So Pathfinders for their website for the Learning Center, they got a $5,000 grant from Citizens Mutual, and then Arion matches that. So they ended up getting the $10,000 grant that was approved this week as well. So they'll be getting a nice website that parents can pay online. They can check in and out with the kids online. It'll be very nice for them. So that grant did go through. We just kind of helped move it along, that's all. So I didn't put it in my update, just connecting people. But it's good that they got that.
Thank you. Any council updates? Mayor's having a good time in Cabo, I think. So, move for a motion to adjourn. So move.
Earl,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Josh,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes.
So they got that once, just gets things.
I don't know what they're gonna do. Karen, all I did was put people together.
Is it Arion?
I don't know, like now, it's good time.
When the fair board normally gets a grant.
Talk about what we get. Where do you want to do it?
They use to always call. Yeah. Vince doesn't always do it.
Call Jenny. Or give her a Tracy.
Yeah, all we did was put. So Citizens Mutual is 5,000, but Arion matches. They match whatever, Citizens Mutual does. Citizens Mutual decided to choose full amount, which is $5,000, so now Arion pays $5,000, so it'll be a lot, So the last thing I heard, it was for their website. Yeah, because it's
Kids in and out.
yeah, check in and they can. So it was, but, Shay Griner will know more about that.
Call Shay, Karen.
Yeah, Shay Griner. Yeah, she'll know more. All I did was let them know about the grant, so that's it. That's literally it.
We have at Rainbow Friends on the website, you can see that, check your kids in that, you can see your bill. Of what you're getting, and why that is, see when the match time in there.
Very cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I think it sounds like this is similar. It sounded like this is similar. When Shay was explaining to me, but again, I was,
You just said, hey.
I said, hey, here's a grant you can go after. And they said, thank you very much. And then I got an email that's been approved, they approved it. That's it, I'm out.
It's peanuts.
For example, whether
That
Thank you, Karen.
Yeah, well.
Yes, valuable. That's kind of why.
I would want to.
Right.
I think I've always just.
Pretty cool. Very cool. Yeah, thanks.
Well, and I don't necessarily, I don't disregard it.
Yeah, well, he is true, like, somebody's been there.
Yeah, no.
Brand new, very allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
they have to, you can't just.
I mean, that.
funny.
I was there's almost one. So
You guys just bring them back, like,
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, what is it?
Few and far between.
Yeah, that'd be a tough seat to be in.
So we want to look at she's not.
So
she's-
I would do just all of that.
So, yeah, it was a fun, it was.
Mom and dad and mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, we all don't like it. I think that's all up to the He'll never say it. Yeah, I like that.
You don't want to do.
I was
Do I need to say, I wrote down what.
Yes, that is my.
We don't know until they get here, but you know, they're just they're gonna set in and tear up. In 2 days, they'll have a split for us. They're not planning to start until, they said October 1, but I'm calling it the week of the 29th. It's a Wednesday, so I'm gonna say September.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta go. Even long ways and story before. I can't remember how it goes to a home one, but I don't know. Oh, what have we got ourselves into here?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to-
Yeah, it won't be, I mean, the only downside to it is, as soon as they mill it, they can mill a side of the street pretty fast. You can turn right around and drive on it. It'll be, it's gonna be that walk. Work part is, it won't be long. It's gonna be everybody's, so hopefully everybody uses some common sense until they get it. Because we won't restripe anything until the whole square's done and so road block are done, you know, the whole show's gotta be done. Then we go back and start.
So.
Could be, you know, see homecoming on the 17th and they think they'll be, well, their deadline's 15th, October 15th. So they're only giving themselves 2 weeks to finish the project. And they're waiting, so they're putting themselves behind the 8 ball. Oh, yeah. If everything goes good, and if it don't rain, if we got rain, we get it for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, that'll be, I mean, that'd be sweet if we could do it done on the 15th and paint it on the 16th. Homecoming, maybe, you know, nice, perfect square, that'd be awesome, you know.
Beautiful picture.
Yeah, it would, if we could pull that off. Maybe that time next year to have all Jeopardy Street, you know, lights on it and have it all finished out. They look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a crazy.
That's what I was thinking, is she passed? That's what I.
So.
We need to do so much. I think my mom.
I know. Yes.
She worked at Moss Center, like,
Okay.
for years,
Okay.
years, and she was removed, whatever, and we never went out.
Oh, in the engine room?
So she's probably.
I'll be there every day. I mean, I have my office is right there.
No.
This is the painters or the painters.
Okay, so she was.
What you have.
Because it started when my grandpa was sheriff.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, you're.
but I think you got. But anyway, she did all big stuff
Yep.
too, but she actually was at.
So.
Is it better now that they
I don't
cook?
remember. back then.
So right
Jesse,
now, I mean,
Jesse Brewer came in. and
Okay.
he said,
I think it's. Is what.
We're fine.
Yeah.
But you know, all that extra stuff was on us.
Yeah, all that.
Who's paid us?
There's no guarantee. And if they do guarantee, they don't stand behind it, and then you're fighting, and then you gotta get.
I was never,